and gentlemen, Saints Nation, we are back. It is another night of College Call of Duty. My name is Hayden. I'm here with my co-caster Theo. We are here tonight to watch St. Clair College versus Humber College. It's a Canadian rivalry. Theo, how are we feeling?
Feeling good today after a strong performance yesterday. I think the Saints really showed that they are here to take over. They completely dominated in their match yesterday, and I expect a little more of the same in the matchup today.
Yeah, you were there last night. You got a first-hand look. I was on the sidelines. I got to see the boys duke it out against John Carroll University. Was there a player yesterday that you thought really excelled?
I mean, I think as a team, the Saints played really well. You could pick players on certain maps that did do well. I mean, all the names on the Saints are capable of doing making big plays on every map. There's nothing that really stands out to me because when you looked at the scoreboard yesterday, it was even all across the board. I think that's the kind of game plan the Saints have here, have everybody contribute. So I wouldn't say anybody stood out. I think the team as a whole played very well yesterday.
The team's going to need to play well tonight against Humber College. It's going to be a great matchup. We know that the Saints won yesterday. I believe Humber College haven't played yet. So this is going to be their first taste of CollegeCoD. How do we think Humber College is going to hold up?
I mean, it's interesting, probably a bit of a new roster, probably adapting to learning how to play with one another. The Saints have been together for a very, very long time. Their chemistry is very much unmatched. So, for Humber, you're going up against one of the top teams. Is just key to try and play your best, try and improve, try and eliminate as many mistakes because that's what the Saints do best. They just don't make mistakes, and against all these teams, just eliminating those mistakes, it makes them so successful. So Humber, if they're able to eliminate those mistakes, try and control the gunplay of the Saints, maybe that'll give them a chance.
I noticed that last night the Saints were able to take a lot of that momentum from that hardpoint map and bring that into the last two maps of the series and really take a 3-0 sweep against John Carroll. We're going to go take a look here, Theo, at our CollegeCoD standings.
Yeah.
What stands out to you so far?
Well, obviously, Saints ranked number 7, not something they're probably too pleased with. They have only played one match. There's a couple of teams, Conestoga and Red Orange up there, who are 2-0. Our academy team, 8th seeded, even though they're 0-2. That's very, very interesting. But you could see a lot of good names there. Conestoga, one of the better teams, also another Canadian team. There's Baldwin, Fuel Queen. I mean, all these names you've seen over the years. Definitely expect our Saints main roster to climb up those standings as the season goes on. Definitely don't expect them to be anywhere near the 7th seed towards the end of the season. Humber, they're seeded 18th, but they haven't played yet, so can't really speak too much on that.
Yeah, of course. They've got to get their feet wet this season. Big fan of Conestoga. I know the Saints are playing against Baldwin University's academy roster next week as one of their matchups. They're ranked 16th there. They lost their first game, but that's okay. Looks like, a very talented pool of teams this year in CollegeCoD. I was talking to Seawads just before the match, and he said that CollegeCoD is growing more and more each year, and He's excited. He's happy to be here at St. Clair and excited to see how the season plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. And one little thing, they have a new head coach, Brandon, but he's not new to the team at all. Been a player here for many years and was there and stepping down. The team looked really good under his control yesterday. I definitely expect the vibes to stay the same, everyone to stay on the same page because these players have played together for quite a while and, a lot of talent. It's a good thing the egos don't get in the way. Everyone can know how to play their role, and I think that's a big key to their success.
Yeah, like you said, Brandon, the new coach, I was just kind of listening in on some conversations. He looks like he's keeping those guys in check, like you said. He's really connecting with them very well. He's been here for a little bit as well. So it's nice to see that the boys aren't too shaken up after a coaching change. Something like that, it can change the dynamic of a team sometimes.
Absolutely. It's good to see the Saints all together in one place. But let's talk about some predictions that we have a bit of time before the match starts, getting into game soon. What do you think is going to happen in this matchup today?
I think that the Saints, they're going to take some of that momentum like I was talking about from yesterday. I think they're going to win this one. I think it'll be a bit closer. I know Humber's, they're probably itching to get a win, their first win of the season. I think the Saints will win 3-1 tonight. That's my prediction. How about you?
3-1, that's a valid guess. I mean, I think it mostly matters on the hardpoint game. If it's something like yesterday, because the Saints won yesterday, it was like 250-22. It was an absolute domination. If the first hardpoint goes something like that, I see it as a 3-0. But if it's a little bit closer, if Humber are putting up a bit more of a challenge, I think a 3-1 might happen. But I think the very important map here is that first map. If it's very, very dominant for the Saints, I think definitely a sweep might be coming in.
Yeah, I agree. They played really well on hardpoint yesterday. That first map, it was quite a stomp, if I do say so myself. Watching from home, it was pretty good. I'm just excited tonight. You know, first college cast for myself. Get to be here alongside you. It's going to be a great night, and you know, I'm hopefully looking for a good matchup between these two teams. You know, I know the Saints have some high expectations this year.
Yeah.
I haven't talked, you know, or seen too much about Humber, but I'm sure their guys are probably excited to take on one of the top dogs in the CCL.
Yeah, absolutely. And yesterday, one little thing I want to touch on, we didn't really get to see Control at all because unfortunately there's some connectivity issues. So we're going to be most certainly seeing Control for the first time today this season. It's a bit of a newer game mode in COD. It's not new as of right now, but it's kind of pretty still relatively recent still. There's probably new strategies to figure out here and there. And the Saints, they've just been very dominant in these respawn game modes. In Search and Destroy, though, that's kind of where they tend to maybe slow down. Yesterday, they did win 6-0, but we saw last year, time and time again, they would be very, very dominant in the respawn game modes. Search and Destroy would kind of be their little maybe hiccup where against teams where they're expected to win, they were very much struggling on Search and Destroy. What do you think they can do this year with a new coach and same players? What do you think they can do to maybe play better on the Search and Destroy game mode?
Well, I was listening in last night while you guys were, you know, commentating over that Search game, and it was, you know, a lot about that opening pick.
Yeah.
Establishing your presence on the map, making sure you get the man advantage early. I think if the Saints can do that again, they'll be able to have a similar experience to last night, maybe not as wide of a margin. I think we're heading into game here soon. Our first map. Oh, a little bit of a college COD or Call of Duty issue, but that's okay. Looks like Vault was our first map, I believe, on Hardpoint.
Yeah, Vault's going to be a first map. We saw yesterday in the Search and Destroy. I think the Hardpoint plays a little bit differently, but the map is still the same. I mean, the Saints, they love playing through that underground Vault section. It's going to be interesting on this first point. You know, the first point, usually not too much time is capped. It's kind of just like free for all. Everyone try and get in there, but it's hard to actually stick on that hard point. But then P2, P3, P4, they're all in very secluded areas in the very corner of a map. So getting those respawns is going to be extremely key for either team. If you get those good respawns, you spawn right next to the hard point, you can lose gunfights 1-2, but you're going to come back way stronger. And I think that's going to be the key here for the Saints on this hard point.
Yeah, they had a lot of. I've been watching a lot of COD to prepare myself for this. I've seen a lot of Vault gameplay. There's that catwalk that kind of overlooks the pool in the middle of the map section there with the drop down into the Vault itself. Seems like an important position for a lot of these gunfights to happen, especially on hardpoint where, you know, respawns are quite quick and you're moving around a lot. You want to be able to hold those key areas.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, Vault's pretty small map, not the biggest map, so there's going to be a lot of gunfight. I think that's exactly what the Saints like. They know their gun skill is one of their biggest strengths. They can win their one-on-ones, one-on-twos, crazy scenarios. So I think the fact that it's a small map, I think Saints like these kind of maps, even though they are very good with their ARs, they're very good at long range. I think anything that requires a lot of very, very quick thinking and a quick strategy, I think that's what benefits the Saints the most. Yeah,
so he was talking to me. I was just kind of asking a little bit about ARs versus SMGs, and he was talking. CoD was playing next to him. He was playing a little bit on Vault, and he was like, SMGs really, they're kind of a dominant force on Vault, which hopefully the Saints can use those quick TTK weapons and take out Humber pretty quick to end hardpoint on Vault pretty quick here. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we should be heading into the game relatively soon. Actually, I don't think we're going to be playing on Vault. I believe it's going to be Protocol, so I think that's the reason that the change had to happen in the lobby. But it looks like we're just about to head into game. Let's get a bit of a score prediction. What do you think, just for the map, what do you think is going to be like the win margin here?
I'm going to go with 250 to 100 for St. Clair. I think they're going to win it. It's not going to be as lopsided as yesterday, but like you said, they're quick thinking. They're going to be able to dominate pretty early on here.
Yeah, I must agree with you. And here you go. You guys can see 7 seconds and counting. We're heading against St. Clair College against Humber College.
Got CoD here, heading up into that first point. It's going to be a great match here. The Saints look to take some positioning here in it. Heading up to the point. Humber going to be the first ones onto the point here as Siwas is taken out by Lone Wolf, and Bendy CoD also refrag him. Prime taking out another. St. Clair now holding the point. Rupert takes out Prime. In it now. Gonna refrag onto C-Wads as St. Clair is now racking up, like you said, that first hard point. Heading up to 20 now for the Saints. Humber, they really can't contest much of this area here. Bendy's just crouched onto that first point. Bendy now gonna take some gunfire over from Init. Gonna get fragged out, it looks like. He's gonna have to move, but he's has just enough cover to make a fight. He's gonna take one down, C-Wads with another. 40 points on the board for St. Clair.
Great job there by the Saints. They take the high ground. They're also rotating over to the next hard point very quickly. They're going to get the good spawns. They have all the control over the middle as it looks like Humber are looking to retake.
Yeah, Saints here climbing up to 50 points quickly. C-Wads with a beautiful double. Lone Wolf is going to trade him out. Rupert now on a nice streak, a 4 streak, mind you, with Bendy. They're able to hold the second point. They have the high ground advantage. Bendy now on a 5. It's beautiful work from Bendy and the Saints as they're looking to rack up their 70th point. Bendy, C-Wads filling up the kill feed. Bendy is unaware of the guy behind him. He's creeping up, taken out by Lone Wolf. Humber still, though, gets a frag, but they just cannot capitalize on this point.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints just have one member pushed through the entire team. It's going to be CoD on the 5 spree, looking to get those streaks as this point's about to run out of time. Humber, I don't think they got a single second on this one. St. Clair's doing a great job of pushing up his CoD, is in the enemy spawn doing whatever he likes.
CoD is enjoying this Humber team.
What are we doing?
As Bendy takes out his own teammate. That was, I don't know if that was definitely not planned, but we'll see how they react to that. I'm sure they'll be talking about that over their voice comms as Lone Wolf and Prime take out 2 members of St. Clair. CoD down. Humber finally getting back on the board as St. Clair get over that 100 mark. Rupert takes out Prime. C-Wads trying to get a flank, but he's going to get taken out by Lone Wolf and Init. In with Bendy. Rupert now on the point, taken out by Init. Peaky and Prime taking out Rupert and CoD as Humber tries to muster up anything on this third point. It's not looking great, though.
I mean, Humber, they get some time. They finally win like a big team gunfight, but it looks like it's not going to be there for long as the retake is coming in from the Saints. They're getting kills left and right, but it is a good spawn for Humber. It's going to be quite a big battle here for not too much. The Saints looking to rotate over to the next point.
CoD with some beautiful movement right there. He's trying to take out Lone Wolf, but Lone Wolf is aware of his presence as Humber recaptures that point. But it's moving over into the middle, and the Saints are already here. Humber now grouped up a little bit. Rupert with 1. Beautiful play. Humber is a little bit hesitant to walk into Rupert's sight line here. Peaky, he's not sure about it. They're getting aggressive. CoD with 1. C-Wads with 1 as well. C-Wads on the long range against Init. Fragged out by Lone Wolf. CoD refrags him onto Lone Wolf as the Saints are up 140 to 23 on this first map.
Yeah, Saints in cruise control. This bottom objective, kind of the hardest one to retake. Once you get a couple members down in there, a couple members around the sides, it makes it so hard to push. It's going to be Humber College giving it one more push with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, it's looking rough here, but there's the man advantage now for Humber, but they just, they get in. C-Wads with the double, though. Lone Wolf able to refrag him out. Just for a moment, I thought the Saints might have been able to capture that hard point for a little bit longer, but Humber is crawling their way back in. CoD with 1 onto the point for the last second as it swaps over. The Saints climbing up 160 to 31. CoD trying to get into some high ground positioning. Aware of 1. Kills Init. 1 down. Throws a frag. He knows another one's on the staircase. Prime's going to take him out. Now has the high ground position. Bendy ready for the peek onto the window. The Saints just ever so slightly sneaking onto that hard point, and the Humber College team is just not really contesting. They're really like they're playing TDM here.
Yeah, they're really struggling to get onto the side, but finally they do. All these angles from the Saints makes it so hard to move across the map. And now you can see the Saints have 2 members on one side of the map, 2 members on the other side of the map, so it's going to be a pinch coming in from both sides. It's going to be hard for Humber to withstand this one.
Yeah, I like this positioning from the Saints here. Of course, the respawns you're almost able to manipulate them in this game mode as Prime takes out Bendy here. The Saints climbing ever so closer to that 250 scoreline needed. C-Wads with a beautiful shot onto Peaky as Init takes out CoD. The Saints now creeping up to the 190 mark. Still on the point, Rupert taking out 1. Is he aware of the one below him? I'm not sure he is. Lone Wolf spots out Rupert, it looks like, but Rupert does not care. He's gonna jump off the balcony there, get taken out by Lone Wolf. A heroic effort from Rupert as St. Clair crosses the 200 mark.
Yeah, it's going to be a big push here coming out from Humber, but it doesn't look like Saints are willing to fall down. CoD finds a couple, finally gets taken down. Lone Wolf battles on an 8 spree now, trying to get his team back into it, but it might be a little bit too late, and these shots from Bendy are beautiful. Saints going to get a bit more time here, and they can finish the map on the next hard point.
Yeah, Rupert's having a nice match here. Bendy again.
Again.
Is he a double Asian? We don't know. We're not sure. Bendy and Kudia, though, they're able to fill up a little bit of the scoreboard as the Saints recapture this point. They're hitting up the 230 mark now. For now, he's just aware that Humber spawns in a different position as the Saints kind of bunker down into this hard point. Lone Wolf with the Predator missile onto Seawads. They are just climbing up. It's 245. This one is all but over here as Humber, they can't even really contest. They're in now. There's a little bit of a dive attempt out the window that didn't work. Cody's taken out by Lone Wolf. He's filling up the scoreboard for Humber. As Prime heads in. Humber with one last ditch effort to make a comeback here. Gonna be denied early by Bendy and Seawads, who take over the point. 1 point left. Bendy with the kill. And the Saints take map 1 in pretty convincing fashion right there. 250 to 45.
A very, very dominant map from the Saints. I mean, they played it perfectly. Humber did find a few openings here and there in 8 spree, you know, trying to bring something back for the side of Humber, but it just was not enough there. St. Clair clearly playing way better in that first map and just not allowing to Humber to move across the map at all. They had one person on the site, the other 3 were running around going crazy. Coody finished 26 and 12. Let's take a look at the KDA. Seawads 17-15, Rupert 16-8, Bendy 17 and 10. And you can see Rupert, Bendy really laying it down on that hard point, letting the rest of the team do all the heavy lifting.
The unsung heroes of St. Clair College. And, you know, Humber attempted a little bit there. They had a little bit of a better game compared to John Carroll on hardpoint, but that's okay. Lone Wolf did his best there. He had a couple. He was filling up the scoreboard for Humber, but the St. Clair guys, like you said, they were able to like basically leave one guy on the hardpoint and able to let the others frag out no matter who it was that was left over on that hardpoint.
Yeah, and it's worked perfectly. I mean, when they know their strengths, they know they have the really good gunplay, the good map positioning. If they can leave one person on the point, they can practically 3-on-4 the other team with that person on the hard point, always looking over, making sure no one's really sneaking around. And those 3 players, I mean, they just managed to control the map, control the spawns. And in a game like hardpoint, it's hard for Humber to really, once you fall into that hole, once you lose that initial team fight over the first hardpoint, it just becomes a repeating occurrence. And that's why the Saints are looking so good.
It's that snowball effect. Yeah. Even when Bendy was playing a little bit of a double agent right there, the Saints were able to take a big lead and run with it. But it was a pretty entertaining map. I have watched a little bit of Protocol. I liked their positioning. We noticed a few times there, they're kind of pinching Humber whenever they were able to get onto the hard point for a little bit there. It was pretty interesting. I was pretty happy with how Coody played. He was able to frag out and really fill up that scoreboard as well. And they kind of set the precedent early there. I thought maybe as soon as Humber got on that first point, it was like, oh, I don't know, maybe they're gonna play a little bit less aggressive, but they showed their true colors pretty quickly there.
Absolutely, and you know that was a great map for the Saints, but now they've taken a 1-0 lead in this series. It is a best of 5, so still a lot of work to do. Can't get too confident just yet. It's going to be Search and Destroy. I believe it's going to be on Vault, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And we saw this yesterday from the Saints, the Search and Destroy on Vault. It was a 6-0, but there were a couple rounds, maybe 2 or 3 rounds, where the Saints just had insane 1v2, 1-on-3 clutches. So let's see if they're going to be able to play a little bit better today, maybe not leave everything up to those clutch situations, or maybe they're going to need it. Maybe Humber has some tricks up the sleeves. We're going to find out after a very short break. We'll be right back with the second map.
still, though, gets a frag, but they just cannot capitalize on this point.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints just have one member push through the entire team. It's going to be CoD on the 5 spree, looking to get those streaks as this point's about to run out of time. Humber, I don't think they got a single second on this one. St. Clair's doing a great job of pushing up his CoD, is in the enemy spawn doing whatever he likes.
CoD is enjoying this Humber team.
What are we doing?
As Bendy takes out his own teammate, and Peaky and Prime taking out Rupert and CoD as Humber tries to muster up anything on this third point. It's not looking great though.
I mean, Humber, they get some time. They finally win like a big team gunfight, but it looks like it's not going to be there for long as a retake. It's coming in from the Saints. They're getting kills left and right, but it is a good spawn for Humber. It's going to be quite a big battle here for not too much the Saints. They're going to rotate over to the next one.
There's some beautiful movement right there. He's trying to take out CoD. Refrags him onto Lone Wolf as the Saints are up 140 to 23 on this first map.
Yeah, Saints in cruise control. This bottom objective, kind of the hardest one to retake. Once you get a couple members down in there, a couple members around the sides, it makes it so hard to push. It's gonna be Humber College giving it one more push with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, it's looking rough here, but there's the man advantage now for Humber. But they just they get in. Seawads with the double though. Lone Wolf able to refrag, able to capture that hard point for a little bit longer, but Humber is crawling their way back in. CoD with one onto the point for the last second as they swap that hard point, and the Humber College team is just not really contesting. They're really like they're playing TDM here.
Yeah, they're really struggling to get onto the second. Finally, they do all these angles from the Saints, makes it so hard to defend.
Yeah, I like this position from the Saints. They're approaching the response. Almost able to manipulate them in this game mode. As Prime takes out Bendy here. The Saints climbing ever so closer to that 250 scoreline needed. Seawads with a beautiful shot onto Peaky as in it.
Coming out from Humber, but doesn't look like Saints are willing to fall down. CoD finds a couple, finally gets him down. Lone Wolf battles on an 8 spree now, trying to get his team back into it, but it might be a little bit too late. And these shots from Bendy are beautiful. Saints gonna get a bit more time here, and they can finish the map on the next harbor.
The guy behind him, he's creeping up, taken out by Lone Wolf. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on Skyline for a little bit of S&D. St. Clair versus Humber.
And, you know, we might be missing some HUD, but it's okay. Saints are the green members, and Humber are the yellow members. Somebody died on the bomb. The plant's going to be going down. Let's see how the Saints look to play this one.
Saints looking to kind of hold off this position here. This is an interesting spot from Humber. They're going to try and have to push up to this bomb. Looks like retreating into the back line. The Saints a little bit unaware of where the Humber guys might be, but a little bit close enough to the bomb where they're able to contest. Sightline into the bomb now. A little bit of a gunfight going on here. One taken out by the Saints. One left. One left for Humber. Time's running down ever so slightly here. A little bit of a gunfight going on there. Humber takes out St. Clair, but
not enough time.
Not enough time. Not enough time. They took a little bit too long to initiate their plan onto the bomb site.
Yeah, Saints take the round. You know, we had a bit of a rough start to that round because we didn't realize there was no HUD, but it's all right. The Saints take the first round. They get the plant down. They get the 1-4 trades in the 1-on-1. Great job to stay alive long enough so the bomb gets exploded. It's going to be a first round going over to the Saints on the attacking side. Let's see if Humber can answer back with an attacking win of their own.
Here they go. Humber heading out onto the site. St. Clair looking up to set up a defensive position. They're holding this long hallway. It's a really important position on Skyline. Gunfight is coming out. Saints are getting aggressive into the Humber spawn now. Almost really surrounding these bomb sites. Humber now taking 1 down, 2 down, and a third. A beautiful play from St. Clair right there to really wipe out Humber in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, great job there by the Saints, playing full on aggression. Rupert with the final kill. They're 3-1 now in these first few rounds. A great double kill there. Beautiful shots from Rupert. I mean, St. Clair showing off their search and destroy skills here, as they're now haven't lost a round yet this season. I mean, maybe this is a little streak to look out for as they continue to just win round after round. Now Saints back on the attacking side.
I'm sure the St. Clair guys know that right now it stands there 8-0 on S&D, and you got to keep this streak alive. Why not? Why not let it fly? Saints now taking this position into the vent. Creep onto a bomb site potentially, as Humber really spread out on this map here. They're not playing together too much as a team, which I think is a little bit of a disadvantage in S&D.
Yeah, a team like the Saints love playing together. This should be an easy pick here. Oh, nice shots there in return. But yeah, there's the numbers advantage. 2-1. Saints get the first pick. Now they look to take over the bomb sites.
Saints now with the bomb down. Another pick onto a Humber player. And oh, that would have been a beautiful double lined up. But just couldn't hit the long range shots. They're aware of the Humber player's position though. 2 Saints down. But he knows he's up here. Chasing him down over this long hallway. He's going to get a good angle on him. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Into the pool we go. A dive into the pool. Uh-oh.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going for a swim. As St. Clair takes their third on this S&D map. At this point, I don't know what was going on there. Going for a cannonball into the pool.
Bendy was probably quite surprised by the outcome. He came for a little beach day, and then there's 2 soldiers swimming around the water. Has to take the enemy combatant down, and that's going to give the Saints a 3-0 lead. I mean, they're beginning to have a bit of fun with it. I mean, they're playing so well. Humber, I mean, if there's ever time to strike, this is the time. Maybe a bit of overconfidence showing here for the Saints.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you're gonna play with an execution in mind, as the Saints just were, Humber's got to take advantage. Maybe. Oh, that's early pick though. Early pick again. Like I was talking about with that man advantage for the Saints. An important factor here, but traded out.
Yeah, 3-on-3, a bit more slower pace now as Humber finally finds some life. They get another, but a straight out makes it a 2-on-2 situation. There's someone all the way downstairs making sure no rats are running around down there, and gonna have to team up with his teammate to make this 2-on-2 winnable.
Just won by the hot tub here, but he just can't get those shots though. There it is, that man advantage, that communication.
50 shots.
Pistol on the long range. I'm not sure about that decision, but we're gonna move into a quick 1v1 here. And look, just like that, the streak is over. 3-1, Humber.
Yeah,
first point.
I'm not sure how the Saints managed to lose that 2v1, but nobody else other than Lone Wolf battles for the side of Humber seems they can get it done. I mean, Lone Wolf has been getting kills here and there, gets the 1-on-2 with a pistol. Beautiful individual play. It gives Humber a bit of life, but let's see how Saints decide to respond in this 5th round.
I think right there at the end of the that last gunfight right there, the Saints player pulled out his pistol in that long range. I think maybe not pulling up the pistol, maybe retreating a little bit behind a little bit of cover.
Oh yeah.
Reloading the AR and playing with the team would have been probably a better way to win the round and not leave it up to a 1v1. But Saints now onto the bomb site as the bomb is going down into this position on top of a railing or a banister, it looks like.
Let's get picked off first.
Yep, number advantage. Oh, 2 of them, 3 of them down now. It's just chilling in the corner. They don't know. Oh,
Not
no,
another
no.
one.
This is getting a little outrageous here.
That's good trigger discipline though. Gets one. Can he find the bomb? Gets the second, but falls down. A nice try there. Humber College, a couple in a row now. Saints, maybe slowing down a little bit. Maybe getting a bit too cocky here. Humber doing a great job getting a couple rounds, and yet again, Lone Wolf Battles finds 2 kills. Doing a lot of work, definitely making his name known in this series against the best players, just showing out left and right, giving Humber a bit of hope and picking up the second round for that squad.
Yeah, he's on one tonight, Lone Wolf. He's definitely Humber's rock right now. They're able to, you know, kind of rely on him for a frag here and there. And the Saints, I think you're right. They're getting a little cocky. They need to lock in. They need to secure this map win right here. Make it 2-0 in this series and head to control with a nice lead.
The swing's gonna come through. One goes down. The second gonna get taken down. It's a great start for the Saints. There's a trade coming up, but it's gonna be Saints in the 3v2 scenario, looking very good in this round.
Yeah, the Saints here. That long-range gunfight. That angle has just been not kind to the Saints on this map, as it's traded out though, and one player is kind of chilling near the bomb. Oh my goodness, the movement. He's gonna get the reload off. He knows he's there. Nice jiggle right there for the peek, just to get some information, make sure he wasn't creeping around the corner of the Saints. Now, here they are. They're playing the numbers. They're playing the 2v1 a little bit better than that previous round.
Yeah, the bomb is down in mid as well, next to that hot tub. So I don't know if the Saints know that or not, but they're just blood hungry. They want this kill. They're not letting anything go up to chance. They spot out the bomb, but this player from Humber hitting a nice little position, kind of juking the Saints out. Saints have completely no idea where this player is, but they have perfect vision onto the bomb.
Yeah, it's really good work here from the Saints as they take that last frag. Beautiful work. Some nice shots coming in from St. Clair right there. Able to take a 4-2 lead on Skyline here. Rupert, beautiful frag to end the round.
Rupert 9-4, getting some nice shots there with a headshot to close out that round. That's more like the Saints. They go up 4-2, 2 rounds away from taking this map. But Humber refused to go down without a fight. So let's see if Saints can really put the nail in the coffin in this next round.
Yeah, I respect the effort that Humber is putting out here for sure. I think, you know, the Saints definitely could have locked it up earlier if we weren't playing in the corner. We weren't, you know, trying to, you know, sneak onto some sites or trying to get let the Humber team defuse early. But the bomb is going to go down here for the Saints. Really good early positioning from them. Is it RCXD coming out? Oh, he's going to get some info. That's a great info peek. He sees the guy hiding in the back there. He's just going to let this RCXD lay here, really. No one's going to be able to walk by. Yeah,
the plan's down. This RC is having a great time. It's already 2 picks gone for the Saints. Humber, I mean, I don't know if just sitting back is going to work out. They're going to finally swing. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Only 1 member left. Should be relatively easier for the Saints to pick up. They push from all angles. A nice little no wallbang, not even aiming down the sights. Saints take another round and they go up 5-2. Rupert again with the final kill, having a great map with this Jackal PDW. You can see that nasty wall bang, and beautiful job by the Saints. They take a very commendable lead now on this map. Just 1 more round is needed, and it's going to be on defense if they look to get it done.
Yeah, I think the Saints they're ready to close this one out. They've had their fun. They've let Humber take a couple rounds, but it's time to get serious. Time to end this and bring it to the 3rd map. Saints now taking up a nice defensive position here as Humber tries to get the bomb down early in the kitchen, but they're going to give that position up. Going to let the bomb go down potentially. Oh, spotted one out. Oh, not enough for a kill though. He's going to get pressured. Beautiful shots. Not enough to take out 2. Good trade into the corner. 3 members down now. 1 left. That's it. It's beautiful work. It's beautiful work. Able to defuse the bomb and take the map.
Nice job there from St. Clair. They pitch again from all angles and they're able to find the initial kill. They find the trade and you have to get a nice little execution there for us to end off the map. I think the Saints are feeling great about themselves after that. I see a nice firm handshake between Bendy and C1s there. They are feeling good. Everybody is smiling. Let's take a look at the kill board. I mean, Kui definitely our standout player for this map. 11-5, 1200 damage, going complete ballistic. Humber are going to need a miracle if they want to bring the series back.
Yeah, for sure. CoD had a great map. I like to see what's damage numbers though. He was able to, he was able to assist on a lot of those kills, and the positioning for St. Clair definitely helped them there. I thought Humber was a little bit too close, like too far back off the bomb sites while they were playing defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. Like they just weren't pushed up into that long hallway. There was no kitchen presence really. I thought that they definitely could have positioned themselves a bit better on those defensive sides.
Yeah, I mean, I must agree with you on that defense. Humber just completely gave up that kitchen. It felt like the Saints weren't even attacking. They were just doing whatever they wanted. They walked into the site, planted it a couple of times, no real contest. And you saw the Saints in that last round. They give up kitchen, but they had a plan for when that happens. They had the refrags, they had the contest coming in when needed, and they were able to close that one out. So a great start to the series. Saints up 2-0, looking very, very strong. Now we're going to be going into the third map, Control. It's going to be a very, very defensive-sided site game mode. What do you think is going to be the key for either team to break through on offense?
Well, I think Control is somewhat similar to Hardpoint, where you kind of need that guy to be able to either capture or, have the rest of the team defend that point. So it's important for the Saints to, be able to frag out and hold that defender. And I think it's going to be important for, the trophy systems. I didn't see a lot in Hardpoint to stop that utility from coming onto those points, but also just the ability for St. Clair to frag out and really, expose the weaknesses on Humber's team in terms of like pure gun skill.
Yeah, I think one thing that's kind of more prevalent in this game mode is spawn trapping. It is very, very prevalent in Hardpoint as well, but in this game mode specifically, if you're on the defensive end and you can get 3 or 4 members pushed up deep into enemy spawn, every single kill that you get there is worth so much more value because you respawn right next to your sites. Enemy team respawns, you have to run across the entire map to get back into position to even contest you. So I want to see the Saints on the defense to play very, very aggressive. Go deep into the enemy territory. Try and find them in their spawn and keep them there as long as possible. I think if they do that, the defense should be quite easy. But on the offense, I mean, you have to kind of outsmart your enemy to start the round. I feel like if enemy team sends 2 members to one side, 2 members to the other side, and you send 4 members to one side, if you win one of those gunfights, have 3 members alive to try and take the point, that's a good start to the round. But if you get shut down immediately, it leads to a bit of a roadblock.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to have a little bit of an advantage in here in this game mode. Yeah. So we're going to hit the break, guys. We'll be back with our third map for Control, St. Clair Saints, CollegeCoD. Coming back soon.
These angles from the Saints makes it so hard to stand this one.
Yeah, I like this positioning from the Saints here. Of course, the respawns you're almost able to manipulate them in this game mode as Prime takes out Bendy here. The Saints climbing ever so closer to that 250 scoreline needed. Z-Wise with a beautiful shot onto Peaky. That's in it.
From Humber, but doesn't look like Saints are willing to fall down. Cody finds a couple, finally gets them down. Lone Wolf battles on an 8 spree now, trying to get his teammate back into it, but it might be a little bit too late. And these shots from Bendy are beautiful. Saints gonna get a bit more time here, and they can finish the map on the next hardpoint.
Oh no! Into the pool we go. A dive into the pool.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going for a swim. As St. Clair takes their third.
Just sitting back is gonna work out. They're gonna finally swing. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Only 1 member left. Should be relatively easy for the Saints to pick up. They push from all angles. A nice little wall bang. Not even aiming down.
The guy behind him, he's creeping up. Taken out by Lone Wolf. Humber still though gets a frag, but they just cannot capitalize on this point.
Yeah, the Saints just have 1 member push through the entire team. They can put in a 5 speed. They're gonna get to those speeds. So this about to run out of time. I don't think they got a single second on this one. St. Clair's doing great now. Pushing up his Cootie. Is in the enemy spawn doing whatever he wants.
Enjoying this Humber team.
What are we doing?
As Bendy takes out his own teammate. Peaky and Prime taking out Rupert and Cootie as Humber tries to muster up anything on this third point. It's not looking great though.
I mean, Humber, they get sometimes, they finally win with a big gunfight, but it looks like time to get 4 bombs that we take. Something from the Saints, they're getting close up to the Humber. Quite a big battle here for not to mind the Saints, but they're going to work it over to the next one.
Right there, he's going to try to pick up Cootie. 3 frags on the Lone Wolf. As the Saints are up 140 to 23 on this first map.
Yeah, Saints in cruise control. This bottom objective, kind of the hardest one to retake. Once you get a couple members down in there, a couple members around the sides, it makes it so hard to push. It's gonna be Humber College giving it one more push with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, it's looking rough here, but there's the man advantage now for Humber. But they just they get in. Seawads with the double though. Lone Wolf able to refrag, able to capture that hard point for a little bit longer, but Humber is crawling their way back in. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on Control, back on Protocol for our third map here in this series, as the Saints look to take a 3-0 win against Humber, but they're down 2 members early. It's not looking good for the Saints to start out.
Yeah, there we go. Our lovely HUD is back online. You love to see it. A great start to the round for the Saints after dropping 4 straight kills. Rupert going ballistic with a 3 spree, and it looks like it's the Saints on the defense. It's going to be Humber on the attack, and you can see the Saints deep in enemy spawn to start the round.
Yeah, the Saints are going to try and narrow down these lives for Humber. Pretty early on here, Seawads with a kill onto a second here. Beautiful shots as he's jumping, really a fadeaway shot. Rupert on to Lone Wolf and Seawads, now on a beautiful 3 streak as the Humber lives are down from 20.
Yeah, I mean, St. Clair just spawn trapping. Rupert just had enough, just had enough of himself. He said he wants to go back to spawn, buy some new items. Maybe he's playing League of Legends, he thinks, but it's not what you want to be doing on the Call of Duty battlefields. Bendy, what am I watching, Bendy? I think Bendy maybe is feeling himself a little bit. Maybe he thought this Call of Duty has some flying implications, but it looks like it's going to give Humber a bit of a momentum as they get on the A side.
Yeah, the Saints got to be careful here. They were up quite a bit on lives here, but Humber with a couple of Saints mistakes are able to capitalize and make the live count a little bit closer, but Seawads is not going to have any of it. A beautiful double from Seawads onto the Humber College players. It's a triple now. Beautiful shots as Judy now is trying to approach on this Humber spawn. He's not aware of the Humber player.
That's it.
That's it.
Very easy round for the Saints, even with Bendy and Rupert jumping off, trying to hit some dolphin shots. They're just able to dominate that round, and even though they were on the defense, kind of felt like they were the one putting on all of the pressure. It makes you wonder, what are we going to see on this offense? Are we going to see some maybe crazy war tactics that we've never seen in Call of Duty before, or are we going to see something more, basic?
I think they're going to go a little bit crazy here with the defensive positioning and a couple dolphin dives off of the cannons there on the middle of the map. The Saints are definitely feeling confident. And that's going to lead into their attacking round here as Humber needs to start to come back now if they have any shot at making this a close series. They're going to be able to take some mid control as Seawads is going to get this started here with a nice kill onto Lone Wolf. In it, refrags onto CoD.
Only some kills going over to Humber. It is Saints though controlling that A site. They're going to have one member on. It's going to be Bendy. Nobody's even challenging him. When he's alive and not maybe making some mistakes, does a very good job. But there you go. He gets a shot in the back. Peaky with a double kill. Seawads retakes the frag. But it's looking like Humber finding a bit of life, getting some kills to slow down the Saints.
Yeah, for sure. Peaky there has a couple kills to his name this round. And Rupert, beautiful transfer back onto Lone Wolf after throwing that frag. And Seawads is going to try and back it up. But Peaky he's having a series here, or a map, pardon me. He's able to close these numbers here. 24 lives to 21. CoD almost pulled a Bendy right there and jumped off the map, but Lone Wolf and Peaky are not having any of it. And he's aware of Lone Wolf's position up in this building. Gonna get some shots down, but not fully gonna take advantage of Lone Wolf's peeking.
I think Saints are realizing, hey guys, there's only 45 seconds left, and we are actually getting fried this round. The kill advantage is in Humber's College, so they're having themselves a great second round here, but 2 ticks and ticking now for the Saints. Is anyone from Humber going to get anywhere near this A site? Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. The flank comes out from Init. He goes down. That should be the 8-point going over to the Saints.
Yeah, for sure. The 8-point looks to be almost a guarantee now as Rupert gets one, gets a double. A beautiful play from Rupert as Bendy's there to back him up. Rupert now taken out, but Bendy not aware of the flank. He's not able to help his teammates as the Saints take the A site, extend the timer just a little bit. CoD battling out with Seawads as
10 lives.
10 lives though. Yeah, it's not great for the Saints here.
10 lives. Now you expect, I think the Saints going to go for this play here. Now you can see members hitting from all sides. They have a lot of control, but this flank from a Prime is beautiful. Nobody from the Saints suspects a thing. I think Prime could start his flank now. It might be the decision maker in this round.
Yeah, Prime has a really good shot here at getting one, but Lone Wolf is going to take one out. He's going to miss a shot. Rupert able to get one. Bendy another. The Saints and Humber close on lives here. Bendy is trying to get this one as close as he can. Coody aware of Prime's position up in the tower. Coody knows he's there. Seawads is going to take him out. He's going to get up close. Not going to have any of Init's tomfoolery as Rupert takes out another, and the lives are paper thin here. As the Saints are capturing B though.
I mean, Humber need to hurry up. They need to get on this site. A couple more kills for the Saints and the round's going to be over. Seawads finds one. The trade comes out. Here are the Humber members. No respawns remaining for the Saints. It's just Seawads on this site. Humber get the retake, and St. Clair now looking a bit rough to close out this round.
Seawads is going to catch one out of position with the pistol, but he's not able to follow it up, and Lone Wolf is aware of his position. In it now. On to Coody. Oh, he's on to Seawads as well. It's only 2 left for the Saints. Lone Wolf and Humber cleans it up after the Saints. Really, I think they kind of got lost a little bit there. They almost had it, but Seawads just choked a little bit with the pistol right at the end there.
A lot of things went right for Humber that round. They are able to take it, and we spoke about how defensively in this game mode, you know, it's hard to push through, and the Saints, they took them a while to cap that first round, and they didn't even lose on time. They lost on lives, so they just purely got outgunned by Humber that round. And I think now that should be a bit of a scare here for the Saints. They should really focus up here. I think on the defense, we didn't see a lot of what we saw the first time on defense, but next time the Saints attack, I think they really have to pull out something different, not what they did last time.
Yeah, they got a little too, I think they got a little too aggressive, but like, they weren't even able to really win the gunfights as Seawad though. He's going to make sure that the Saints get an advantage early as Coody takes one down, and it's going to refrag him. Seawad's aware of the elevator positioning as the Saints now look to capitalize on this positioning mistake. Rupert with one, gonna head over to the B site, but ooh, he's aware. He's going to back up. That's a little bit of damage. How does he not know? How did Rupert just do that? He just pulled off the impossible. He was able to go down and back up that wire. How did he pull that off?
I mean, Lone Wolf, I don't know what the plan there was. He said, you know what? I don't think this guy's going to come and kill me. I think he's a peaceful lad, and that definitely didn't work out. The Saints not looking peaceful at all in this round. They've only died once. They found 8 kills themselves, and they're completely swarming the side of Humber College. They've gotten deep into their spawn again, and they have this power position from Rupert, which they're all playing around.
Yeah, Saints said, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of getting toyed around with Rupert with a nice double bendy inside the helicopter in it now.
How is Prime all the way in the same spot?
I'm not sure what Prime is up to over there. He may be trying to get a spawn flip kill, but it's really not working out here as the Saints are taking a massive advantage on lives. And the time! There's no time! There's no time! They have to get on a point now. They have to choose one. Coody.
They chose B.
They chose B. Not sure about it. Humber now. Seawad's in a really good position. Nice shot for Seawads.
They're on A, so the clock stopped.
Yeah, the clock is able to stop. The problem now with the Saints is they're going to have to keep eyes on both sides because that clock will stop if they're on it. Bendy, beautiful shot onto Peaky. Knows he's up there. Coody is going to take that kill and run with it. Saints now trying to hold off this Humber attack with 10 seconds now. Going down. Lone Wolf onto Bendy, and this looks all but secured for the Saints.
I mean, Init can get a touch on A very easily and does do so, and Lone Wolf is going to win that challenge. It looks like the A point will be captured here by the side of Humber College. I don't think the Saints can fight any of these gunfights. Still a lot of time. They're going to get on it, actually. Bendy's going to give it a last-ditch effort, falls down. 1 minute to capture this B site, but with only 7 lives, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, you know, I was just about to say, I think I jinxed it, but the live count for Humber is not looking great here. Not a tick onto B yet, so it's a little bit close for them. Rupert takes down Peaky after Lone Wolf takes out Coody. 6 lives left for Humber here. They're encroaching onto Rupert, but they just line up for a beautiful double and couldn't get the triple. It's a beautiful play from Rupert, playing with the Omni, and I don't know what the peak was into the spawn, but it was a beautiful triple from Rupert. Bendy now able to clean it up, and St. Clair takes the second round in control.
I mean, on defense, you expected to win. The Saints dominantly won now. Now they're one round away from taking another 3-0 series win to their names. Look at Rupert, best play, gets the one, gets the second, and Peaky gets destroyed here. Great job by Rupert, 31 and 18 on that map. Yes, he might have died after that fact, but we don't have to see that apart. A great job there from the Saints, putting themselves one round away from taking the map.
It's all about the highlights. Rupert hit the highlight reel play right there. Really secured the round there for the Saints as they head into this potentially final round of this match between Humber and St. Clair now.
Looks like a B push.
It does. Beautiful B presence here for St. Clair. CoD with one to open it up. Seawad's aware of the position of Peaky, but not able to kill him. Lone Wolf onto Seawad's. Rupert should have heard that drop down. He does. Gets the kill onto Peaky. CoD still kind of in that elevator position. Prime aware that there might be somebody around him, but he gets taken out by Bendy. Peaky onto Rupert. The Saints look to capture this A point. Ever so slightly. Seawad's not aware of Peaky's presence. Rupert wants revenge. Gets one. Gets a
nice
beautiful
shots.
double. Lined up for him, really. Stuff here from the Saints. They're
Get turned on.
Get turned on. That was a beautiful play by CoD. Oh my gosh, a jumping shot off of the balcony right there. The Saints are neck and neck right here. And this fourth round between Humber and St. Clair. Lives at even 22 in it, though. He's not going to have any of it. Down the stairs they go to take out CoD as Humber retakes the advantage. But the Saints capture the B point. That is crucial. That adds an extra minute. As Bendy really plays his helicopter position. Nice shot by Peaky, but CoD is aware of the position of the Humber College player. Now, the Saints have to take this A point.
And Rupert is in enemy territory. He found the one kill. Now let's see how long the spawn trap is going to be there. But I want to say, Lone Wolf battles on that flank, number 4 on the minimap. He's just sitting near that helicopter waiting for anyone to come by. Saints need to go to that A site, but they're just kind of running around the map, finding kills left and right. I mean, Bendy gets one, gets traded out. CoD finds one, but Saints are nowhere near this A site. And if you're Humber, you're very happy with what's happening. There we go. There's the angle from Peaky.
Yeah, Peaky is really he's like a sentry turret out here. CoD not able to get the frag onto Init, and the Saints are just being outgunned here in the mid rounds. Rupert, nice follow up from Seawad's. Lives getting closer. 15-11 now for Humber.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, this is good. It's really good. It's closing the advantage. There's that trophy system coming out. But immediately destroyed. Clair is now into the single digit on their lives. Super beautiful double. He's just having a game here. As the Saints are grouping up the sentry turret onto this site, and St. Clair able to end it swiftly against Humber College.
Great job there by the Saints. They take the offensive round when it was needed. Down in lives, they just grouped up. They found 4 straight kills onto the enemies. The best play here goes to Peaky in his losing effort still. Lost a great play here. Found 3 kills for his team. Humber showed a bit of life in that third map on the defensive end, but other than that, it was all Saints. You have to give credit where credit's due. Great job from St. Clair. Much deserved win. They moved to 2-0 on the season. Keep their unbeaten streak alive.
Yeah, it was a really nice game right there. The whole series really was pretty good. I know they had a little bit of a rough SMD. They tried to get a little cute with it. They're a little creative. Let's say creative. Creative is better than cute, but the Saints were able to clean up on control. You know, a little bit closer, I think, in those last 2 than it was on hardpoint for sure. But overall, I think the Saints, they played really well.
Yeah, you could take a look at the players there. Being very happy with their performance, you know, good vibes mostly, if not all the time with these guys. Very, very chill guys, and a much deserved victory. I think they're going to be very happy with their performance. You know, maybe a little things to learn here and there, but as you said, a little bit creative at times, pulling out some interesting angles. So it was overall a good series. I think a great way to keep their momentum going through the season. Humber, you know, a bit of a newer team might have a bit to learn from their performance. They had a player who was playing very, very well, but the rest of the team was kind of letting them down. So Humber, you know, they're showing a bit of life. Maybe throughout the season we'll see them climb up the rankings, but as of right now, they're going to be 0-1 to start off their season.
Yeah, I think Humber, you know, they have some sparks there, some moments where they showed they can compete for sure. But overall, I think the Saints just had a little bit better, you know, team play, a little bit better coordination when it came to the attacking on SND, and a little bit more, you know, aggressiveness on control, especially when they lost that numbers advantage. They were able to regain it, or they were able to just, you know, group up on those points and, you know, really outplay Humber.
Yeah, absolutely. A beautiful series there for the Saints. And, you know, match yesterday, match today. What do you think Saints are going to look like for the rest of the season, just based on these first few matches you've seen?
I like them. I like them a lot. They're really aggressive, but they're not, you know, they're not ridiculous with it. They know when to push. They know when to retreat. They know, you know, when to use utility, when to help each other out. They know when to take the 1v1 gunfight. Not a ton of mistakes from my perspective in terms of, you know, when to take fights, when to disengage. I really like the way they're playing. You know, starting out 2-0, you can't ask for much more, especially, you know, all things considered against these two teams. It's good to stomp and then, you know, get out that energy early.
Yeah.
Then, you know, and you know, preserve as much as you can for later on in the season when it gets to, you know, closer to playoffs.
So what do you think the Saints have a legitimate chance at going flawless the entire regular season from just the first few matches you've seen?
Flawless is tough. No matter what you're in, whether it's COD, whether it's another game, whether it's any sport. Flawless could be tough, but these Saints, they have it in them. They have it in them for sure. They've shown that today. They showed that yesterday as well. They're able to, you know, really, you know, take advantage of their opponent as soon as they find a weakness. They're able to implement that into their game plan. I think that flawless is tough, but they have the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've done it before. They've had a flawless season. So if they do it again, I think that's the least of their expectations for the regular season. Obviously, they want to win every single playoff, every single tournament. That's the mindset that this team has, and that's what makes them so good. They don't like to settle for second, third place. They want to be the best. And, you know, COD guys, they grind a lot. You could always see them playing up on the stage. They're always playing, trying to get better, and it clearly shows in their gameplay and their game plan. Well, with all that being said, we're going to close things out for today. So let's say thank you to our sponsors, Subway, Tim Hortons, Alienware, St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair Alumni Association. Thank you to everyone in the back. I think it's Mathias and Dan helping us out today. Thank you to Hayden for joining me on the cast today. If you want to see more COD, we're going to be back next week on a Monday at 7:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. But the next time the Saints stream will be on, it's going to be this Saturday for some CRL action. So don't if you want to see some Saints Rocket League action this Saturday. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night. On the Call of Duty Battlefields. Bendy, what am I watching, Bendy? I think Bendy maybe is feeling himself a little bit. Maybe he thought this Call of Duty feeling himself a little bit. Maybe he thought this Call of Duty has some flying implications, but it looks like it's going to give Humber a bit of a momentum as they get on the A side.
Yeah, careful here. They were up quite a bit on lives here, but Humber with a couple of Saints mistakes are able to capitalize and make the live count a little bit closer, but Seawaz is not going to have any of it. A beautiful double from Seawaz onto the Humber College players. It's a triple now. Beautiful shots has started here with a nice kill on the Lone Wolf. In it, 3 frags onto Coody.
Some kills going up from Humber. This Saints still controlling that A site. They're going to have the one member on Coody Bendy. Nobody's even challenging him. When he's alive and not maybe making some mistakes, does a very good job. But there you go, gets a shot in the back. Kiki with a double kill. Seawaz retakes for the frag, but looking like Humber finding a bit of life, getting some kills to slow down the Saints. Sight doesn't look like it's going to be the case. The flank comes out from it. He goes down. That should be the 8-point goal to the Saints.
Yeah, for sure. The 8-point looks to be almost a guarantee now as Rupert gets one, gets a double. A beautiful play from Rupert.
Are the Humber members. No respawns remaining for the Saints. It's just Seawaz on this side. Humber get the retake, and St. Clair now looking a bit rough to close out this round.
Seawaz gonna catch one out of position with the pistol, but he's not able to follow it up, and Lone Wolf is aware of his position, not in it now. Onto Coody. Oh, he's on to Seawaz as well. It's only 2 left for the Saints. Lone Wolf and Humber clean. Head over to the B side. Where he's gonna back up. That's a little bit of damage. How does he not know?
Well, but they're gonna get on it actually. Bendy's gonna give it a last ditch effort, fall down. 1 minute to capture his B side, but with only
It's the beat yet, so it's a little bit close for them. Rupert takes down Kiki after Lone Wolf takes out Cootie. 6 lives left for Humber here. They're encroaching onto Rupert, but they just line up for a beautiful double. He couldn't get the triple. It's a beautiful play from Rupert, playing with the Omni going, and I don't know what the peak was into the spawn, but it was a beautiful triple from Rupert. Bendy now able to clean it up, and Clair takes the second round in control.
I mean, on defense, you expect them to win. The Saints
He'll play right there. Really secured the round there for this bird. Wants revenge. Gets one. Gets a beautiful double. Lined up for him, really. Get turned on. Beautiful play by Cootie. Oh my gosh. He's just having a game here. The Saints are grouping up the sentry turret onto this site, and St. Clair able to end it swiftly against Humber College.
great job there by the Saints. Battlefields. Bendy, what am I watching, Bendy? I think Bendy maybe is feeling himself a little bit. Maybe he thought this Call of Duty feeling himself a little bit. Maybe he thought this Call of Duty has some flying implications, but it looks like it's going to give Humber a bit of a momentum as they get on the A side.
Yeah, the Saints got to be careful here. They were up quite a bit on lives here, but Humber, with a couple of Saints mistakes, are able to capitalize and make the live count a little bit closer, but Seawads is not going to have any of it. A beautiful double from Seawads onto the Humber College players. It's a triple now. Beautiful shots has started here with a nice kill onto Lone Wolf, and it refrags onto Cootie.
Some kills going over to Humber, and this Saints still controlling that A site. They're going to have but one member, and it's going to be Bendy. Nobody's even challenging him. When he's alive, not making some mistakes. Does a very good job, but there you go. He gets a shot in the back. Kiki with a double kill. Seawads takes with a frag, but looking like Humber finding a bit of life and getting some kills to slow down the Saints.